Hey guys, Roy Hess here. Welcome back to another vlog. Today I want to build this and that. This is my old ATX tower. It's really old, like over 10 years or something, and you can hear inside. Hear that? Yeah. That is a freaking fucking loud. Oi. Yay. I tried to change the fan inside. Here, that's the fan. I tried to change that. Can you even see? Okay, I can see. So I tried to change the fan inside and it doesn't make any difference. It's not the fan, it's the cooler design itself that makes this whiny, annoying noise. So let's have a look at the cooler itself. This is going to be an unboxing and review of some sort. Let's see if I can manage to fit that inside. Because I'm a little bit concerned about the RAM. I'm using Ripjaw. I just listened to the game sound. Yeah, so I'm using Ripjaw RAM, like this is DDR3. Maybe I have to remove a couple sticks, I don't know. So these are the temperatures here. Maximum is like 62 degrees on core 4. Yeah, so like around 60 degrees maximum I've reached. This CPU is overclocked. It's an i5 750. Old one, but yeah, temperatures are fine. That's not the reason why I'm going to change the cooler. It's because of this stupid whiny noise, and as you can see, it gets really loud with like 3600 RPM. So here's the box. Here's a couple specs. It weighs like 2.63 pounds. That's 42 ounces, around that. Yeah, je n'ai pas les pour français. Okay, here's a couple more specs. Pause the video if you want to read that. Down in the lower right corner there's like the measurements, weight, material, aluminium, of course. Fits like almost every socket. It claims to have a 250 watt heat dissipation. Okay, that's interesting. So let's open up the box. By the way, you noticed I'm not English, I'm not American, I'm German, and I don't claim to speak perfect English. Yeah, so don't bother telling me. I don't care. So let's do an unboxing. I've already opened up the packaging of this, so yeah, who cares? Here's the CPU. To get it out, I just shall with one hand somehow. Does it work? Can I open it? Yay! Okay, nothing else in the box. Here are the accessories like mounting brackets. It even comes with CPU thermal grease, right? Comes with thermal grease. Let's have a look inside that. And I think it comes with a little manual. Okay, there it is. So a little handbook we shall read. Not. Congratulations on your purchase of a high quality BeQuiet product. These instructions provide step-by-step help with the installation process. If you encounter problems during installation, please don't hesitate to contact us at service@bequiet.com. Our customer service team will gladly answer your questions. BeQuiet cannot assume any responsibility for damages to compatibility problems. Yeah, so here's a little mini ATX board I've grabbed from the garbage. So I'm just gonna use that as a comparison. It's a socket 1156, I think. What else is in the box or in the accessoires package? Couple nuts and bolts. Spacer. Nuts. Stuff like that. We shall see. Mounting brackets for a various amount of slots. There's like million slots this thing can fit in. Here's the back plate, couple brackets, and the thermal grease, which doesn't really look like it's high quality. Looks like the standard one. Not a problem. Since I'm going to use my own Amazade, that's like thermal grease T12, it's not that cheap. I have no idea what it costs, like a couple bucks, $2 or something, €2. But I've used this for like ever. So I'm gonna use this as a thermal grease. Let's have a look at the cooler itself. It's quite huge. It's quite big. So in the box it looks like small, but this is what I call the Borg cube. This is what I call the Borg cube. It's quite heavy. This is like brushed aluminium, as you can see by the reflections. There is one 120mm fan, or is it like two 120mm fans? I think it's two 120mm fans. Or this is like 120 and this is 140. I have no idea. But yeah, we shall see. Of course, got to remove that when we are ready to install it. Here's a couple cables. So you have the option of, you can actually like plug both into the same CPU thing, or you can just remove that. Here, you can just unplug that and you can like control them independently. And it's a 4-pin PWM plug connector thing. Okay, yeah. How many heat pipes? I think 16 or something, right? That's 7 on each side, makes 14. Can I count? Right. Ah yeah, it says 7 heat pipes, of course. They just go through. Okay, so there's 7 heat pipes with a diameter of 5mm. Yeah, this thing is really, really heavy. Let me tell you. Even down here, there's like a little heat spreader cooling thing. But this is so freaking solid. And just in size comparison, how it would look like, it's just crazy. This is just fucking crazy. And yes, I know I should not put a board on a cloth-like surface, but this board is broken anyways. I've grabbed it from the garbage to desolder some of the caps and salvage parts. So this is just a size comparison. Yeah, let's install this beast. But first I have to undo my old gaming rig. So here's my old tower, BeQuiet power supply. This is an old graphics card which I'm going to change in like a month or so. I'm going to get the GTX 1070 maybe when the price drops. This is an old ATI HD 8650 or something. Still plays a couple of games really good. Yeah, so here's that connector that comes off. I love this old tower, and you will see soon in a while. Fuck it. Why? Let's undo those connectors if I can. And you shall see soon why I love this board. So let's undo that, I suppose. You will see soon why I say that. Check this out. Boom, mainboard sled. Yeah, that's really great. Unfortunately, I have to undo cable ties. Of course, that won't work. Yeah, this case is not designed for, I totally forgot about that. This case is not designed for a large cooler like that. Back then we had like coolers that were like tiny. Okay, so I have to undo the mainboard without having to use this slide. Alright, changed my white balance here to fit the color scheme. Here, that's the old cooler, and you notice something. Why is this bent inwards? Why is this bent like crazy? And this, yeah, that's because this cooler is not designed for socket 1156. Yeah, and I had to hold it in place. I don't have a backplate. This is the worst job ever. I mean, if you haven't noticed that. Bolt, 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 and another bolt. And the bolt is actually a bit bent. Can you see that? Maybe it's just my imagination, but the bolt is a little bit bent. Maybe it's just my imagination. Yeah, and as I said, I tried to change the fan, but it doesn't matter which fan I chose, a slow one, a fast one. It's this whiny noise, and there's nothing in the air path thing. It's just the design of this fan cooler that generates this whiny, annoying noise. Finished. Done. I've even managed to remove some plates that were holding the screws down, so I can remove them, change out the spring, so this cooler would actually fit onto a different socket. Here's the CPU, it's nothing special, and yeah, that big ass CPU cooler is supposed to fit on here, something like that. I don't know. So here's the thing. Okay, right there. So this is intake. Little icon says air goes this way. So you want to mount it the way you read text on the top, right? You can even mount those things backwards. So you can remove, I think you can undo that, and then you can remove the whole fan. Okay, to make it like quiet, noiseless, so to speak, silent. Yes, I want to mount it in this position, kind of. Looks like I have to take out the middle. Looks like I have to take out the center fan, because this is a tight fit, as you can see. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove the center fan. Maybe it's not really needed, we shall see. And maybe I can put the center fan here, so it sucks air out. Okay, so let's rebuild our cooler. Let's remove the center fan. I guess you do it pulling that out. Okay. Doing it one-handed is not really the best way of doing it, but yeah. And then I shall be able to get the fan out somehow. Comes off easily, right? Nice one here, nice 130 or 140 centimeters fan. Those are supposed to be really quiet. Now I want to see, can I mount this guy like so? That would be an idea, because I want both fans. Okay, let's see. Is that even a thing? Am I doing it right? I think it works. We can modify the fan. This is so cool. I love that you can modify this cooler, this to be cooler. You decide where the fans are, like that. Doing it one-handed, as I said, is not the best way. But there you have it. Okay, I should actually like put the wire. I'm gonna modify this later. But now should fit perfectly. Yeah, question is when I'm going to remove the RAM, which will never happen, I think. But if I'm going to remove the RAM, I have to remove the cooler. But look at that. This is a fucking close fit. Yeah, should work. We shall see. So for my socket, I'm going to need a little wrench, brackets, backplate, nuts, couple bolts, spacers, and M3 screws. So let's see. Installing the backplate, move the long screws through the drill holes, from the rear toward the front of the back plate. Okay, so so hard to do it one-handed. Should I try? You know what? Let's try a different camera with a tripod. Okay, so now I have a camera with a tripod and lenses added. Yeah, cell phone. Okay, let's put those bolts. I hope I'm in camera. I don't have an external screen. I think those are the bracket mounts. Oh, here's some pictures. So it says 1156. It's important that you hit those screws in the center. Okay, they need to be in the center. It says, okay, move the long screws through the drill holes from the rear toward the front of the backplate. Please mind that the correct drill hole is used for a respective socket. Then use the C-profile spacers, 9, and 9 is those guys, those small block guys. Okay guys, now it's time to mount the back plate. So the long screws, number, I think, I have no idea which number they are, number 7, are in place at their respective hole, and I'm gonna put them through here. So make sure the rotation is like that, so it fits. And I'm just going to align it a little bit here. And there you have it. Screws are in place. Now we're going to use these little spacers, plastic spacers, and do that. Is that right? I'm not sure. Make sure when you work with your mainboard that you are grounded, like touch a heater or something that is connected to the main grid with like this neutral thing. Sorry if you cannot see anything. I cannot see anything either. So we share something in common. Okay, I'll do that. Good. So backplate is now secure. Okay, now what does it say? It wants us to mount these brackets here in place. I need a bit of space. Like that. Put it away. Okay. Okay. Oh no, we have to screw something in place. Installation of the mounting brackets. Affix the 2 mounting brackets for Intel 4 or AMD 6 onto the bottom of the cooler. So I now do need these. I think they go on like that, right? Let's see. Yeah, they need to point down. Am I still in space? Yes, I'm still in screen. So question is, how? The screws are from the bottom. Okay, good. I know. Magnetic screwdriver would really help. Why am I shaking? Maybe I didn't have enough coffee this morning. I don't know. Yeah, so again, I don't claim to speak perfect English, so excuse me for my crude explanation of stuff. Good. Now that's done. I should have done it like that. So dumb. Anyways. Good. That's step 2. Step 3, apply thermal grease, which is still on my CPU, but I'm doing it properly. Okay, to clean it up, you can use isopropanol alcohol. Just a little bit, and carefully wipe off the old thermal compound. This is like 1 month old, but I'm going to do it for the heck of it. Okay, clean. So yeah, I'm not going to use this thermal compound that came with the cooler. I'm going to use my own stuff. Okay. And you just need a little bit in the center here. Maybe a little bit bigger than rice. A rice corn thing. And that's going to be enough. And now we can align our cooler and yeah, mount it in place. That was step 3. Step 4. Note, don't forget to first remove the protective wrap from the bottom of the cooler. Place the cooling element on the CPU, tighten the screws on the back plate from below until the end of the threads. Check that all screws are tightened and correctly situated before turning on the computer. Okay, so here's how you do it. Nut and the bolt like that. And the nut goes over it from the other side. Here's a little groove, so the bolt actually gets held in place and you can securely tighten down the nut. I hope my battery doesn't die on my camera. I didn't charge it. Okay, just like that. Remove this protective coat before I forget it. So that is done. All 4 things have been screwed in place. Now we can put it on somehow. I don't know how. I guess we do it like that. Okay, now we can screw this in place. Make sure to remove the protective screen thing. Yeah, I put it on already, and let's add a little bit more. Good. Now be careful. Which way do I want it around? I want it from there. I want the air to go from here to here, so intake, outtake. I need it like that. I need it to be like that. Cool. And now it's time to screw this guy in place. Just evenly in a cross pattern. If you can see what I'm doing. You probably can't. Okay, that works. Yeah, the RAM is in the way. I've noticed. This is going to be interesting. Yeah, the RAM is in the way. The heat spreaders are way too high. Let me see if I can screw that in place. Finalization. It's a little bit of a problem. You can see in a second. You will see in a second. Cooler pushes the RAM to the side a little bit, as you can see. Can you see that? Okay, back to the cell phone camera. Job is done. CPU cooler is in place. So the intake is here. You know where this grill is. There's the outtake. So here's the intake. Goes through, outtake into the PSU. Yeah. Fit tight. Let's see how this works in the goes in the long term. It doesn't bend the main board. Here's how you screw this stuff in place. Can I zoom in? No, can't. Anyways. That's how it screws in place. There's the nut. Down there's a bolt with a nut. And here's that. Retention module. So this is a really tight fit. Make sure you have enough space between the CPU and stuff. If that doesn't really work, I can rotate this cooler like 90 degrees. Maybe that's going a bit better. But overall, yes, Let's see how it works. If the cooling is sufficient. We will see. This is so ridiculous big. Yeah, let's see. Okay, everything's in place. Now I've just noticed graphics card is in the way. No, not really. It's doing all right. Graphics card still has place. This is so fucking tight here. This is really tight. Let me tell you. No, graphics card still has place. There's like a couple millimeters in between. I could actually remove this fan and only let this one suck air. I don't know. I can also remove this plate here, maybe, to make space for more place. You know what I mean. Yeah, I can change the order of these fans. Well, let's see how it works, because this looks like a little bit of a problem. See that? We shall see if it fits. So, wiring is finished. Some of the cables in here I managed to squeeze in place, especially down there. This is the fan header, CPU header, like CPU 12 volts. I managed to squeeze those cables in. Everything is connected apart from the front USB. I left it out. Yes. Let's see if that thing still works after this torture. Batteries on my camera died, so yeah, cannot film with that anymore. Yeah, let's see if it still fires up. Okay, everything is still in place. Is connected again. No explosions just yet. See if it boots. It does boot. And it still detects 4 gigs of RAM. That's good. $27. Are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, and now I can like overclock this. Standard is like 133. I've used 165. Soon I'm going to try like 200 or something like that, you know. So I have like 4 gigs, but later, not now. So let's see if I can boot into Windows. It still detects 8 gigs of RAM, which is good. Well, let's see. Yay, boots up. So, yeah, detecting devices. Let's see what the temperatures are. Ah, it needs some time. Oh really, I have a Core i7 now. That's interesting. Okay, so those are the temperatures now. Doesn't really look like they look really high. I mean, those are the maximum values. I don't know. Currently it's sitting at 30 degrees. I don't know. Let's play a game, I think. Or maybe render a video, I don't know. Yeah, so this is right after starting up a game. Let's see how the temperatures are what the temperatures are gonna be like after half an hour or something like that. Over here, it's like, oh yeah, Viva Tuner statistics. So 52 degrees Celsius, maximum for now. I need to adjust the fan volume, stuff like that, I don't know. Maybe we can even overclock. But yeah, I shall see. Let's play a game and wait. Yeah, that side panel is not going to come back on anymore. It's gonna be bent like crazy if I do that. And plus this little thing here. See that? It pushes against it. So yeah. I didn't put that into consideration. What I can do is, and I'm gonna try that soon enough, I'm gonna undo those screws. Gonna undo those screws remove the top plate, lower the fan a bit, and maybe then I will be able to close the side panel again. Okay guys, after killing Mothrack, let's see our temperatures. So maximum we are measured was like 51 degrees, 54, 55. It's evenly spread out. It's not really maximum utilization on the CPU cores, but that's cool. Maybe now I can do a little bit of overclocking. I have to adjust these fan speeds over here. Yeah, but overall temperatures are really good. GPU is also not so bad. Yeah, I like that. Really doing fine. A really nice cooler. Now let's see if we can modify the cooler so it fits in my case. Yeah, so mounting, unmounting it requires a Torx bit. I think a small one. So let's see. It required a couple of precision tools. Now let's see. And I think this will not really come off. Oh, it does. But it doesn't make any difference. Because those protective heads are still on and I cannot get them off. This looks like they are rubbery or something. No, that doesn't really make any difference. If I remove those heads, it doesn't really make any big of a difference here. See that? It's just a couple of millimeters. Yeah, that's not worth it. That's not worth it. Getting it off. So yeah, I kind of have to live with that, I think. Getting this off doesn't make any difference. Yeah, so I've tried it, but getting this guy off, I have to clean it. Getting this guy off doesn't make any difference. Yeah, so it didn't help. I tried to modify this the cooler, but taking this backplate off doesn't really help because those heads on the heat pipes are still there. So yeah, either I have to do it like that. So maybe I'm going to cut out a little thing here on the side, right? Because forcing this guy in is not really an option, I think. This is not right. Yeah, so anyways, if that doesn't help, you know, long-term wise, I have a different computer case. So this case is like let's say 8 inches wide. I have another computer case. So, and this one here is, no, it's smaller. Forget it. This one is smaller. Yeah, so there you have it. BeQuiet Monster Cooler. It's a Dog Rock Pro 3. It's really expensive. It's like between 72 and 80 bucks. Depends on where you buy it. But the temperatures are really good. Yeah, so like 10 degrees maybe. Depends on your cooling. My cooling solution is not the really best. But yeah, now I can do a little bit of overclocking. So guys, I hope you found this video helpful. Please give it a little thumbs up to help my channel and to help the video spread, you know, post it on Reddit, forums, whatever. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. See you again in the next vlog or video. Bye bye.